Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my PBEM match against Xargun. He's the Allied commander, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is game version 26B with scenario 1 and no modifications, all standard stock game. 5th of February 42, and more dot bases taking over. And because now the Chinese stealing my base, now I have there my own coast watchers, and they're reporting me ships in port, and of course it is nonsense. And more dot bases to take from American, Australian, New Zealand, or whoever owns this dot bases. I will flip them to Japanese control, and then it's done. Maybe some of these dot bases I will later build up to a scout forward outpost base. But Japanese have far too little engineer power to really create too much at the same time. So Navy clash, no, nothing, no submarine activity. My submarine campaign is still only just so, I would say. At least I lost no submarine so far. So compared to other games where I always losing 1 or 2 submarines per month, so far at least no loss. So air campaign, so the Dutch are back trying to attack my patrol boat, but skillfully avoiding to hit anything. Okay. I sent my patrol boats in different at some positions to create this kind of air attacks and get a feeling for how Xargun is reacting, and then maybe can, based on this combat reports, I can react again against Xargun, and this is always this back and forward reaction and counter reaction. So little ground attacks. This is a rough terrain, so not easy to hit anything. Yeah. So, and all the Chinese forces at Xi'an are now in rough terrain, so there is for me simply no real reason to attack. I use the time to rest my bombers and teach them to maybe score some more hits. But first we have an evil Dutch submarine trying to attack my destroyers. This is a convoy, more or less, with troops. 4 torpedoes all missed. Because destroyers are, of course, they're very agile and can avoid this kind of torpedo attacks often. So the third battle for the mountain of Mindanao, and this is now the end. Because it was all bases under Japanese control, so the Filipinos, they are not hardcore Japanese fighting in the jungle, or like Vietnamese. They are only Filipinos or American or Filipinos lead by American forces. That campaign is now officially over. So all of the Philippines are now under Japanese control. Nothing left. No island, no base force. The Filipinos are official out of the war. At least so far, first if maybe MacArthur will ever come back to free his colonies again, maybe. So Kokong also get attacked. But for some reasons I have here 2,300, nearly 2,400, and I have still a breakdown in my attack. Sometimes this happens. And the Chinese are holding the ground. Yeah, I have some disabled units, but not even so many. So looks high numbers, yeah, but at the end this is a defeat for the Chinese, but not a total defeat at least. So only a small defeat for the Chinese. I start to bombard my recon car company or whatever there was, is defeated or heavily defeated tank unit is out of the hex, so I start bombarding to, well, why not? I simply believe that these Chinese units have and low supplies, and I can maybe inflict with my heavy guns more casualties. Yeah, okay. So I don't have the attack power, 900 to 1100 nearly, but I have the better guns. So I cannot attack him directly, but I can consume his supplies. This is also only pinned down. This is now the Dutch Star base force. So the battalion gives up, but the base force is running. Nearly no casualties on my side. Everything looks fine. And they're running and retreating to Balikpapan, so that is fine. Let them do this. I will catch them there. More dot bases. All of them are empty. And this is always allies bombarding me. So Xargun have enough supplies. Okay. So so this turn very light, I would say. For me, I use less aircraft, so I have only one recon airplane. This is now a Navy recon airplane getting killed by a flak. And of course the pilot is normally dead, yeah. Ship sunk, no sinking sound. The Dutch trying to attack but failed. Yeah, nothing more. In China, no big battle. I mean, I try to take Kukong, but somehow they managed to hold the ground. So I have to try it again. I have still some power left. This division's more or less I don't even take. I let them rest because they don't have enough attack power. And disabled units, they have simply the higher risk to be destroyed. Once a unit is destroyed, you must replace this unit, and the replacement will always come in with, I think there's this hard-coded, I think the experience is for Japanese maybe starting with 35 or 40 or something like this. So at the end, replacements will lower the experience of your combat unit. So if possible, don't attack with units they have a high percentage of disabled unit. I would say 50% is the minimum you need to use them actively. If it's a defense operation, of course you must defend. Not much or great of choice you have. Good, so I am now in this hex. I'm still moving west. Oh, okay. Still the same situation. So I move now my units northwest on the street, try to catch the Chinese, and the Chinese have no road to escape, so I think they can make 5 miles per day. They need 9 turns, I think, to make 1 hex, because 46 miles is 1 hex, and I can make, I think, 15 miles per day. Yeah, so I need 4 turns to make 1 hex, and then turn in this direction also 4 turns. Yeah, we will see if I can catch him. I also sent some units west. You can see the 2 small dots. So this unit getting go west simply because I have enough firepower to finish this Chinese army, and I let the most damaged unit return, and I always break them up immediately so they can heal faster. Only make sure, that is important, if you break up a unit and there's some upgrade path, you can see it here, then always switch off the upgrade. Do not upgrade if you break up your units. Or some units will upgrade and others not, and then you cannot get them together to the single unit. Because the equipment level must be always the same to break them and recombine them. So nothing else happened here. Burma is empty. It's done. There's no activity more, and because there's no activity, I call back my division, and I use my division here more or less for labor. So I use this unit to have here the engineers, 48 engineers plus 5 engineers. They're helping me to build up Rangoon, to get here more engineer power and build up the airfield as fast as possible to level 8, and then the port to level 8. I have not the ship capacity to really get this division out, and because them Singapore will not fall. Most important from the economy point of war, I took the oil field and no damage. So I can create 1,000 tons of crude oil every day again. Unluckily, there is no crude oil in this base. All the oil must be in Balikpapan or somewhere else. I don't believe there was much shipping of oil, so well, we will see. This is a Dutch submarine attacked my convoy. I don't know, one of these destroyers, but failed. This is here the base force I will bring to Balikpapan. I have also sub-hunter group, and I always try to hug the coast, so I have shallow water, that I have a chance. In deep water I would not even try to sink a submarine. And my carriers, my first carrier division is going direction of Pearl Harbor, and in Pearl Harbor I will wait for my regiment, and then I can link up, and then I protect this convoy to the new location. Here is also one Dutch. I don't know if this, sometimes it's blocked up here in the north, sometimes in the south. I don't know if it's going up and north, or it's 2 submarines maybe, but they don't interfere with my shipping so far. And I pick up here more bases, but no resistance. My submarines are on New Zealand, still in a picking position, but long time no see more, no activity. And here my submarine is slowly but steadily running out of torpedoes, so I think sooner or later I must call them back. Achieve something, but not anything important. Good. That's enough for today. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.